You may or may not be aware that after 4 p.m., the whole of Walt Disney World Resort is run by college students just like you and I. They're all on this internship program called the Disney College Program. That's an opportunity where college students can live and work at either Disneyland or Disney World of their choice. And I was fortunate enough to work at Disney World over in Orlando, Florida this year from January to May. And it was honestly a dream come true because I love Disney so much. I wanted to do that my whole life, and I want to work for the Disney company in the long run. So my role over at Disney World was merchandise. At Disney World, I worked at 3 stores on property, and at one of the stores, we sell these dresses. If you've been to Disneyland, which I'm assuming most, if not all of you have, living in Orange County, you've seen them before. They're Dapper Day kind of 50s inspired dresses that are very popular among women and girls of all ages. And they're actually my favorite thing to sell. So one night at work, I noticed a guest. She was looking at one of our dresses, the Tiki Room dress. It's one of the most popular. And she was looking at it rather longingly rather than with an excited feeling. So I approached her and said, do you have any questions or anything I could help you with? And she told me no, she was fine. It was just, she loves that dress. It's her favorite in the collection. However, even the extra small was too big on her. Mm-hmm. Now, she was a young adult, much like us, but she was very, very thin. And I had asked her, did you know Disney makes extra small sizes? Have you ever been approached by it? Have you ever tried it on? She said no, she had no idea. No one has ever told her that. And she would love if she could try it on. So I said, let me go run to the back. I'll check if we have any in stock. If not, I'll just check on the device, see if Magic Kingdom had any. So I ran to the back, and if you've worked in retail before, you either go to the back and pretend to look because you don't like the customer, or you really want to look and make them proud. So that's what I was doing. I really wanted to find it for her because she was so nice. Thankfully, there was one more extra small dress left. So I brought it out, I'm feeling all proud of myself. And she was already so excited and so thankful for me, for bringing out this dress. So I walked her over to the fitting room, and she had the opportunity to try it on. That's when I had the chance to talk with her mother. Her mother was going on about how her whole family loves Disney. They come to Disney World a lot. However, this trip was different, and this one was more meaningful because this was her daughter's Make-A-Wish trip. And during this trip, the one thing she wanted most was to buy that dress and take pictures around the Disney World property wearing that dress. And so at this point, I'm trying not to tear up, and I'm please, this dress has to fit, it has to fit. So the daughter comes out wearing the dress, and she's starting to cry, and her mother starts crying because she's just so happy that she's finally wearing this dress, one that fits and she feels pretty in it. And so I'm still trying not to cry because they're crying and they're so happy and they're thanking me over and over again. And of course I'm returning the generosity to them, saying you're welcome with all the sincerity that I had. But in the back of my head, I'm just thinking all I did was run to the back and get a different size. But to them, it was literally their whole trip. So we chatted a bit, and I wrapped up the transaction, and that alone had me feeling so proud. I felt like I understood what it meant to be a Disney cast member and what I wanted to do for so long. So fast forward a couple days, I was off. And when you're off at Disney World, free admission to the parks, free parking, what do? You go to the parks. So I was at Epcot. I'm in a Disney World shirt, my mini ears, not in any costume, looking like a regular guest. And I'd happened to see the guest that I sold the dress to wearing the Tiki Room dress with her family taking pictures. And that was special enough, but I wasn't going to go up to them and intrude on their moment because I didn't think they'd recognize me. But the mother did in fact recognize me, and I was able to see all the pictures they had taken so far and chat a bit more with the daughter. And that was so meaningful to me because it reminded me why I wanted to work for Disney and why I still want to work for Disney. And it made all the good and the bad days prior, worth it. It was worth it. It was the first time I realized this is what being a cast member is all about. Going into this, I was just a merchandise retail cast member. I wasn't Mickey Mouse. I'm not Cinderella. I didn't think I would have such an impact on a family's vacation, but to think maybe I'm part of their memory was enough to just make my whole program worth it.